Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the college bowls. We're talking right now with Tony George from TonyGeorgeSports.com, LockerRoomPicks.com, his regular Yahoo Sports radio shows, and just a very well-respected industry veteran who always gives us awesome insights and winning picks. Tony George, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Peter. I apologize for being gone the last couple, 3 weeks. It's kind of been crazy around here.
No, we're very thankful to have whatever you can give us in terms of free picks and general handicapping advice. And it's interesting that you picked the famous Idaho Potato Bowl to cover Air Force Western Michigan. A very interesting matchup. We'll see what you have to say about it. But first, just give everyone an overview of all the awesome things you have going on right now in the heart of the football season.
Well, I'll tell you what, got a bowl package out this year for $110. I'm 62% documented in college football this year. And of course, swept championship week. So a lot of momentum here. Got a huge discount on that. Get over to TonyGeorgeSports.com, invest that, and win. And if it doesn't produce a profit, we'll give you something worth $110 in value next month. So we guarantee those. And of course, our radio show at Locker Room Picks on Yahoo Sports Radio this Saturday and next Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern. Our College Bowl Special, Part 1 and Part 2, over 24 bowl games broken down and given out free on the radio. You can tune in at yahoosportsradio.com and listen live. That's 11 a.m. this Saturday and Sunday.
That sounds awesome. Tony George, 62% in college football. That is a super impressive win rate. Not sure what the 62% side in this one, though, is going to be because, Western Michigan Air Force, right now, Air Force is a 1.5-point favorite. And that's actually gotten bet a bit. They opened as a small underdog of about +1. Now it's -1.5. And Western Michigan, of course, was one of the most profitable teams to bet on in all of college football. They lost their first game against the spread, lost their last game against the spread, and covered all 10 of their games in between those two ATS losses. So 10-2 against the spread for Western Michigan. But Air Force, always a tough out. They were 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Again, the line has moved in their favor. So if the side is what you're going to pick here, I have no idea what you're going to go for. The total is also uncertain market-wide. 57, 57.5, and 58 are all widely available. Why'd you pick this game, Tony George?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think there's some value here. The one thing you want to look at, there's 39 bowl games this year, and, for anybody listening, the best free play I'm going to give you or free advice is less is more. Mm-hmm. You start spreading around these bowl games, especially the early bowl games, you're going to get yourself in trouble because they're a different animal to handicap. But one of the things I found success with doing this 22 years is looking at strength of schedule. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that Air Force has in their favor here. They've won 8 out of their last 10. They beat Colorado State, which, they're good enough where their coach got a job at Florida. They beat Boise State. They beat a good Navy team. Those are all bowl teams. And if you look at the resume of Western Michigan, yeah, they've covered a lot of spreads, but that's in the MAC. And last year, the MAC and the bowl games went 0-5 straight up. It's a strength of schedule thing here. The one thing I like about Air Force in this game, and I do like Air Force, less than 3 here, less than a field goal, you're getting some value here. They remind me their offense does at Georgia Tech this year. They run the triple option offense, which is very difficult to defend. But they have a quarterback in Pearson, much like Georgia Tech does this year, who runs the triple option that can throw the football. And when you have a quarterback out of the triple option that throws the football versus if anybody watched Navy-Army last week, Army runs the triple option, they can't throw it. Mm-hmm. When you have the ability to stretch the field vertically and have that threat in certain situations, you're able to pop that A-back right up the middle, right up the gut on 3rd and 8. People can't figure out why. It's because teams know you might come out and throw it, and have more than one read option coming out of the, how the offensive quarterback is reading the protection. And he's real good at doing that at Air Force. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Obviously, Central Michigan can chuck it around all over the place. They got a good quarterback. But at the end of the day, I like teams that are battle-tested, that have played a tougher schedule, and a more disciplined team. And, any armed forces team is always disciplined. And I like Air Force in this game. I just think the threat of that passing game with a read option, dual triple option offense against a team that hasn't seen it coming out of a weak conference, that's a recipe for disaster for them. And I think this is one of the spreads that Michigan Western Michigan does not cover. I think Air Force gets it done here. I think it's going to be a tight game, Peter. I see Air Force 6 to 7 points here.
Well, that is how the line has moved, and I'm assuming that move was probably smart money, sharp money. I doubt the public saw this matchup and said, yeah, give me Air Force. And it sounds like maybe you're expecting a lot of scoring. You're thinking that Western Michigan, their strength will be on offense here, and that Air Force, their offense will be hard to stop as well. So maybe a shot with the over too, right?
Yeah, a lot of these early bowl games you want to look at, you got a lot of high bowl totals this year. You always do, but it seems like the first week or so of these bowl games always have a lot of scoring, and, defense is not played much at all. And this, I think one of these games, the strength of both these teams is their offense, obviously. And Western Michigan, when they played anybody that had a high-powered offense, they were a funnel to the end zone this year, which makes me think that Air Force is going to have a lot of, 8, maybe 9 play drives where they go march down the field, get yards in chunks, and hit them on a seam route or something. And I think Western Michigan will make a lot of big plays downfield as well. Air Force not good at defending the pass.
All right, awesome. Classic college football expert analysis from Tony George. Currently liking Air Force -1.5. Thanks so much, Tony.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.